Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Alexandra here. Hope you're all doing well. Today is the update for my powder project pan 2025. I want to hit pan on 10 pressed powders or powder products in my collection. I have so far hit pan on 3 of those items. It's a rolling project pan, so when I hit pan on something, I bring something else in. You know the drill. You've probably already been here before. But anyways, spoiler, I have no new pans for this update and it is halfway through the year, so that means I am behind. So that's great, but that's fine. I filmed the last update video like a couple of weeks late. This one is actually on time. Today is June 30th, so this was like the last day, technically, that I could include those numbers, which sometimes it rolls over, but like whatever. But I am on time. Shocker. So that never happened. So of course, like my progress and like amount of uses is like, I really only had like 6 weeks. So it doesn't really matter. There's no new pans to talk about, but let's talk about the progress or lack thereof. Let's start this on a positive note, and I'm going to talk about the eyeshadow that actually got the most uses in this block, and that is a shade from my Ooh La La ColourPop palette. It is disgusting. It needs to be cleaned. Don't judge me. And that is the Soft Core shade right there. I did reach my goal on it and I used it over 20 times. My goal was 20 times before this update. I used it 21 times, which is awesome, but there's still so much product there. I am like using it on one side, and because I'm using it as a blush, it's taking away from my Pan That palette, and like the way that the brush that I'm using is a really big, puffy, fluffy brush. Actually, it's this brush that I use for it. So my progress doesn't really look super impressive. So I used it 21 times since the last update, making for 31 times total, which is pretty good. However, like I said, that takes away from my Pan That palette. Not so good. I think my goal for next update will probably to try to use that 30 times in the next 2 months. So that's going to be a real push, but like I think that's just what I have to do to get some progress on it. Are 2 shades here from my Revlon Fully Loaded little quad palette. You can see which ones they are. It's the lighter brown and the darker brown, or the mid-tone brown and the dark one right here. I use them both at the same time. I use them an additional 3 times for this update, making for 24 totals total for the entire project. I think I'm kind of close on that like mid-tone brown, but like I'm not wearing a lot of eyeshadow all the time. I'm just not. So I really hope that I can get these out sooner than later. They are shimmers, but like 3 uses is not going to do it. For my Huda Mercury Retrograde palette, I have 2 shades that I'm working on in this project currently, and that is Cosmic and Off Balance. So that's these 2 shades down here. Not really much to report because I only use them 1 time each. So that's not great, making for 2 uses total each for this project. So I have a single here from Touch of Glam Beauty. If I can get it out for you guys, it's in my Z palette. There you can see my progress. I used it 3 times since the last update. I don't know when or where I used it, but apparently I did. It's marked on my sheet. And that's making for 5 uses total for this project, which is fine. I'm using this as like an eyeliner when I do wear it, so it's going to be like a pretty sharp, deep pan. If I use this, I'm sure I can hit pan on it pretty easily. I'm not using it the most, that's all. This is an OG from my Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics. This is a beast of a palette. I am working on the Instinct shade. That is this 3rd shade right there. It's really powdery. There's like no dip. You can't really see anything, but I am using it. I used it an additional 8 times, making for 15 times total for this project. These shades are so difficult to hit pan on. If you know, you know, especially the Urban Decay mattes, I will say specifically. There's like a slight dip and you can start to see where like my brush strokes are, but like this entire palette, I don't know if I'm ever going to get through it in my lifetime. 2 shades also from my Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette. Super cute palette. Shame I'm not using it more. Spoiler. That is this fringe shade. Sorry, this fringe shade, this mint shade, and this flutter, which is like a goldy, shimmery shade. As you can see, there are absolutely no progress on either one of these because I did not use them not once. So that's that. The fringe shade, which is the mint shade, has 1 use on it in this project so far. That was the last update. And then flutter I put in and did not use it. So not going well for this palette at all. The same with my Huda Mercury Retrograde palette. Not going well. Then I have the last I want to talk about is my highlighter, my single highlighter in Star Surfer by Kaleidos. I rolled this in as well last update. If I can open it for you guys. I'm wearing it today. Super cute pinky highlighter. And I wore it 5 times since rolling it in, I should say. Like not really anything happening, but like I'm not super worried about it. These typically I can hit pan on, I typically can hit pan on these in like 25 to 35 uses. So in theory, I could hit pan on this next update if I used it like 20 times maybe. I don't think I'm going to be using it 20 times in the next 2 months. I'm just not, especially with like the amount of like full face regular fun makeup I'm wearing. I'm just not. May and June were crazy, specifically June. June was like a psycho crazy month, super crazy bananas. Worked a lot. I don't know. And July is going to be probably pretty crazy. I don't know how much like fun makeup I'm going to be wearing or everyday makeup, which is unfortunate. August, there will be some more fun, hopefully, makeup wearing days in there. So we're just gonna have to see. I'm taking a little bit of time off work in August. By time off, I mean like a weekend. So I might get 2 weekends off to wear fun makeup for. We gonna see. I don't exactly have high hopes, but I'm hoping that I can hit pan on something for you guys by the next update because I really want this project to be a success this year. Sometimes you don't know till the end of the year, like you can just hit all your pans in one update, but like, I don't know, things are not going super well. I'm feeling not as motivated right now. So that's all for my update. Super speedy, super fast. Again, there weren't like a whole lot of things to talk about for this update. And predictions, I'm really hoping that I hit pan, or I would really like to use that blush 30 times before the next update, which is probably like the max that I can use that. And I think that's probably being maybe possibly a little overly ambitious, but I'm gonna try. And realistically, I think I just want to like try to use everything at least once. I know, lame, but it is what it is. If I could use everything at least once, that would be great. And let's aim for that Kaleidos highlighter 10 times. That would be great. I don't know. Those are like my goals. So there's that. Thank you so much for watching. If you are doing a powder project pan or any type of project pan, link it below. I love watching them. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.